The large-scale beta test for Dune Awakening is starting soon, and in this video you get all the infos, when it exactly starts, what you have to look out for, and what can you play. With that said, let's jump right into it. So, when does the beta start? The beta starts on May the 9th and runs up till May 15th. That is this Friday, and it will run up till Sunday evening. Now, the next big question is probably, okay, cool, we know that, but when are we able to play it exactly? What are the starts time? Is there a preload? And the answer is we do not know at the time of this recording. When I recorded this, there was no starting time exactly. And we were not told if there is a preload. Don't you worry about it though, because I will definitely put the things down below in the video description or do a pinned comment. So as long as you don't see that, we do not have any new information, but it is coming, and then it will be here under the video so that you are getting that information ASAP. The next thing is probably, okay, cool. Is this an open beta? Can I just play? No. No, it's not an open beta. It is a large-scale test. So this is definitely a test for them where they want to check out how the servers are running and how many people they can pack into the servers. So they will invite as many people as possible. But no, this is not an open beta, but there are multiple ways on joining this. The first one is, of course, that you are signing up over the official Dune Awakening website, and then you can choose like which platform you are on and so on and so forth. If you are on PC, there is a direct sign up for the beta on Steam, right? You can just request access there. There's also a link down below in the video description. You can just click and then it will lead you to the Steam sign up thingy. And then there will also be beta key giveaways. Now, with that said, before you're getting too excited, those beta keys will be giving away when you should be at the PAX, which is also running over the weekend, and it will only start on Saturday, so a day later. Does that mean that you will not find any beta keys in the wilds? Probably you will. There will be content creators and whatnot which will probably stream the game, and then they will also do giveaways, so you might have a chance to get it there. But those are the only ways we know for sure right now that they will exist if you want to get access. So the easiest one is probably just to go to Steam and request your access there. So, okay, cool. What will be available in the beta? So, you're creating a new character, right? Keep in mind, if you are already in the closed beta, those are two different betas. Yes, you will also have to download a different client and whatnot, but you have to create a new character. Yes, you can use the character from the character creation tool you could have just already downloaded. So if you want to do that, go for it. You also get an exclusive skin if you do so, and you can take that. No, the character in this beta, and even the closed beta, of course, will not go over into the release. They will get deleted. Everything you are doing here will be gone at the end of the beta. Does that mean if they are running another beta in between this beta and the release, you have to start a new character? We don't know about that. They haven't really talked about it because we don't even know if there will be another beta, but I do assume that there will be at least an open beta when we are getting closer to the actual release. Okay, so that's all nice, but what exactly is in the Dune Awakening beta weekend? Well, quite a bit. The first 20 to 25 hours of gameplay. So there will be the tutorial, and there will be basically the first 3 regions in the game, which can take much longer than 20 to 25 hours, depending on how fast you are, depending on how much building and crafting you do, right? But even with that said, 20 to 25 hours for 3 days of play is quite a bit. And the regions which will be available is the Hagabazan South region, the Eastern and Western Vermilius Gap region. So those are the areas you can check out. Basically, the bronze technology and iron technology eras, if you want to check that out. You will also be able to use the Chowam building set, which they have showcased just recently. in one of their live streams. That will also be the first act of the story. Of course, tons of combat, and you will be able to assemble and drive the sand bike. No, unfortunately, you will not be able to fly around an ornithopter, so sorry for that. But hey, a sand bike is also pretty cool, and you will probably able to try to outrun a sandworm. Hint, you will lose. Another thing, which is unfortunately not available, is the PvP. The PvP region will not be available, and it seems like that the PvP in the crashed ships will also not be available. At least it was deactivated when content creators just recently showcased the beta. So if you are looking for the PvP experience, this is probably you have to wait a little bit longer for, or even for the release. Now, one last thing before we are wrapping this up here. Please keep in mind that the version we are playing is already older. This is a version which was polished to not crash, right? Stability was the most important thing for this version. Yes, there will be glitches, there will be bugs, but there is a very high chance that those things have been already fixed, and they don't really need feedback on that. Like for the big parts of the Dune Awakening beta, they have a closed beta. The closed beta has been running for, I think, a year now, and people have been giving probably tons of feedback there, and they're already further ahead. And as I said, it is much more important to them that the game runs stable, because like bugs and glitches you can kind of explain, but when your game this close to the release is crashing every 10 minutes, then you have a problem, right? So yeah, don't think too much about it. What is important is that they want to test out the servers, and this is also for you to make the decision if you want to buy the game. But with that said, we will be, of course, back with more coverage from the beta, with more topics, guides, and of course, live streams when the beta begins. I would appreciate if you enjoyed this video to leave a like, and also if you are interested for more coverage, leave a subscription for the channel. It will help me out a great deal. With that said, thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.